Hey, what's up, YouTube? Hope everyone has been doing good. If you guys are new to this channel, go ahead and subscribe. If you're not new to this channel, it's good to see you in here again. I know it's been a little while. We are kicking things off with a new challenge in which I'm going to take $2,000 to $10,000 over the course of a month or two. We're gonna run it up. We're gonna flip it up, and I've been getting super dialed in with the ICC concepts in my form of it and the way I was trading it previously, and decided to get more dedicated to it again and wanted to kick off a video series to keep myself accountable in the process, but also to document it and show you guys what's possible and how accurate these trades can be if you can learn how to spot them properly. So I'm going to break down this trade that we took. This is the Australian dollar against the Japanese yen. I've got quite a few pairs. The trades, they're going to come maybe not on one pair every day of the week, but they might come on one pair Monday, one pair Tuesday, another pair Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and so on and so forth. But we're going to break down this trade. This is the account. Our very first trade put us up $154. You guys can see my live Forex account with TastyFX on MetaTrader 5, and we're up $154.99 actually. And I'm going to start keeping a journal too. You guys can see this trade did get 59.5 pips, netted us almost $155, and put us up 7.75%. So we're not going to go at this lightly necessarily. We're going to try to flip 2K into 10K in a matter of, a month or 2 months. That's what we're going to try to do. So percentage returns like that are going to be what we need. Of course, though, when you trade in a way like this, this was a 3.18 risk to reward trade. I'm going to break it down. It's going even further, but we just got closed out not too long ago. Now, trades by Sai, if you guys aren't familiar with how he trades, basically he trades with extreme accuracy, but he's hyper selective in how he picks his trades. But the whole concept is basically the market trends like this, and you're basically waiting, this long story short, you're basically waiting for price to break a high like this right here. This high gets broken, and then you're waiting for it to come back beyond that level again to continue in that direction. It's a super accurate representation of just how the market moves in its simplest form. And I've found an even easier way on how to do it by combining candle range theory with this. So I don't trade like reversals on candle range theory, but you're going to see, and if you've been on this channel before, you're going to see exactly how I do this. I'm going to take off everything except the trade. And you could see we only had two things drawn on. It's that simple. But basically what had happened on Australian dollar, Japanese yen is on a daily time frame, price was breaking lower, right? I'm specifically looking at a higher time frame candle closures in a particular direction. If we get a break of structure lower, basically a break beyond a previous point, to me, that's indicating a new direction that we want to go, and that's indicating which likelihood price has of going the most, right? And so I went to the daily time frame. This is my favorite time frame to use this method on. Sometimes you could pop it off on the weekly, the 4 hour, even the 1 hour, but the daily is the most accurate. It's just from experience, if I had to guess, that's the level the institutions are trading off the most, is daily closes and whatnot, but or daily highs, lows, closes, so on and so forth. But to break this trade down, we'll bar replay it. As soon as I had saw this candle close beyond right here, I was interested in this market. Now here's the thing though, you're not just looking for the previous break. You can really identify any candle that this closed through that hadn't been touched before, or closed through before, mainly touched. If it hadn't been touched before, which you can see this as well, hadn't been touched before, this daily candle not just closed through this previous one, but it closed through these 2 points that had not been touched before at all. And now these were our 2 points of interest. Mainly for me, I'm most interested in this one because price is not always going to retrace extremely deep. Truth be told, you don't want it to retrace extremely deep. So the higher the probability is going to be if we retrace only into this one and then make a move lower. And now I'm going to show you on the smaller time frame. We kind of get a picture of that. I'm going to drop to the 1 hour because what we're focused on first is that pullback. So I had alerts set for right here. And basically you got to check the charts every so often. You can tell we're working on higher time frames, but you got to set these alerts at these key levels. And there was another level right here. I'm going to draw it on just for the sake of drawing it on, but remember, we're mainly concerned about this right here. Now, I had set an alert. Price drove even deeper. That's why you want to do it. These are hourly candles. Price is taking its time. And remember, you got to have multiple markets to basically set alerts on and find what is going to be the best possible trade. And so what happens though is price pulls back to this level. And now I'm dropping to the 15-minute usually on the daily. And I'm going to show you a little bit of the same concept, the same exact concept in chart work right here once price gets to this level. So the main thing I'm looking for, guys, just so you know, is I'm looking for price to close beyond that level and then close back below it. Now that is not it though. I need price to actually change directions back below that level as well. And I'm going to show you why I didn't get in this trade over here even when the alarms were hitting around 11 a.m. yesterday. Now here's the thing though. Price, if we're basing our whole idea on the way candles are closing, that's the direction price is trading. Well, I have to do the same thing on my entry, right? It has to be the same thing. Now, you can enter off of a few different things. I've mainly been liking this method I'm going to show you, but also the method of inverse fair value gaps. They're pretty good too in trading this, or you could get a market structure shift. This is going to be one of the best ways because it actually tells you when price is no longer going higher. And so the whole pitch right here is that price is going higher as candles are closing higher than the previous highs. And you can see that happens over and over again. Well, which one's the most recent one to do this now that we're in here? It's obviously this blue candle breaking beyond this red candle. So what do we have here? We have a range on the 15-minute time frame that we want to close below in order to start changing direction essentially. Now that doesn't happen though. We get another candle break up here and now we are inside of this candle. Now I'm pretty sure that this is the one we end up not closing above, but we actually do end up closing lower. And then you could see got put in a little lower because of spread. But basically what happens here is we get put into this trade. I put stops right above this high right here. And all we're doing at this point in time is we're just basically setting our best possible take profit, but we're in for a short. The whole move, in my opinion, should get matched, meaning we should come all the way back down here. The idea is last time price got below here, let me switch to the 1 hour for you guys. This is basically what SCI preaches. If you get below here, where do you go last time? We went down here. So if we get back below here again, where should we go? We should go all the way down. Now, I didn't do that though. What I did is, especially if we're trying to flip this account up, I want to secure a profit. So what I did is I drew on 50% because if we're not going to go all the way down here, the most next likely scenario is we come 50% and then reverse. Now, that is possible. I don't know exactly where price is at now. We just blew through 50% not too long ago. Obviously, the best draw on liquidity here is going to be this piece. That's probably where price just went to right now. But in terms of when we made this video, we pretty much just hit TP right before. So you can see the trade plays out pretty clean. I'll just fast forward it. We maintain that level because now money is going to start getting on the sell side once we got back below that level. So we know, yeah, you could see a bust even through this liquidity point. We know that we're trading with the flow of basically big money, right? That is the whole idea here. You want to trade with momentum. You want to trade with the trend. And it's as simple as that. You can see how it's fractal too. We took the daily candles. Daily candles were breaking lower. Then we waited for the 15-minute or the 1 hour candles to close back up higher, back inside of that range. And then we just waited simply for them to push back lower again below that level. And you could see how we saved ourselves from getting stopped out on this trade by waiting for the candles to actually switch and confirm a different direction. Because had we got into this trade right here, yeah, it would have been a tight stop. We could have even put it 5 pips above. We still would have got taken out, right? And that's the whole idea, is that you don't want to like just donate those little losses to the market, especially if you're trying to flip up the account, because this 3R trade would have only been worth 1R at that point. So that's the trade. I'm gonna start breaking these down, and I'm gonna start posting updates and all of that, but and keeping you guys posted with where the account's at. But today we're at $2,154.99, and we'll be back with the next setup. But we're gonna keep looking to rinse and repeat, taking high quality trades like this, and I've been getting super locked in with it, so I'm gonna see how far we can take this. But if you guys enjoyed, drop a like on the video, comment, subscribe. Love you guys. I will be back with the next trade. See ya.